reason why we built FAPSCO is to unite the Filipino online professionals industry, to also promote collaboration with each other, and of course we wanted to help produce skilled online professionals, specialists, and of course leaders.
We've created FAPSCO with a vision to become an organization that supports all Filipino online professionals to be successful in their online careers and businesses, regardless of their affiliations.
I joined FAPSCO because as an online professional who's working at the comfort of my home, I needed other individual can share with me on this freelancing journey.
The reason why we have built the Filipino Online Professional Service Cooperative is to help the ICT graduates, aspirant freelancers, and this is also to help them develop, explore, and acquire new skills when it comes to online professional industry.
Ang paglambo o kalampusan sa usa ka organisasyon nagadepende sa kalidad sa mga miyembro o mga lideres niini. Ang FAPSCO dili lang adunay maanindot kayo nga advokasya o misyon na matabangan kitang tanang mga online professionals na magkahiusa, mulambo o mutubo kita sa atong pagpanarbaho o pagnegosyo online.
FAPSCO for me is a digital opportunity for me to develop and share my skills.
I joined FAPSCO as one of the founding members because I knew FAPSCO is going to be backed by other veteran online professionals and freelancers, thereby having an experienced, solid, and passionate founding members that we have today.
I joined FAPSCO because the vision of the co-op aligns with my personal vision to provide much-needed support to online professionals nationwide.
I joined FAPSCO because the people that I've met have the same values, mission, and vision as mine, and that is to provide assistance, pre-training, and coaching to those who want to jumpstart their career as a freelancer.
I joined the FAPSCO community because it promotes collaboration instead of competition.
I joined FAPSCO because this is a group with a helping hand.
I wanted to be part of an organization that would be a pioneer group of individuals who will be working to promote online freelance.
It's a great privilege to be part of the first national-based cooperative for online professionals. With a pool of seasoned freelancers, business owners, digital jobs, PH trainers, and trainees in our community, I got to connect with them and grow my network.
So joining an organization like FAPSCO helps me develop leadership and digital skills within an environment of my peers.
My FAPSCO family is a community that helps you nurture your skills and help you gain the knowledge and the skills that you need.
One of the reasons why I joined FAPSCO, it is important for us to have a network of people that could help us in terms of just simple advice.
So the reason why I joined FAPSCO is because it was founded by people who I trusted, people who already established in the industry, and they thought that it was such a great opportunity to be able to work with them.
I joined FAPSCO because it's the first national-based cooperative for online-based professionals.
So I joined FAPSCO because I love the values, its mission and vision to help more Filipinos.
Why I joined FAPSCO? It is all because the values, the mission of FAPSCO really aligned to my values also.
I joined the Filipino Online Professionals Cooperative because I wanted our individual reputations to have a collective reputation for excellence.
Well, the reason why I joined FAPSCO is to have a community where I can grow as an online professional.
The reason why I joined FAPSCO is to give back to the community and be able to help each other.
I joined FAPSCO because I want to share my skills and my talent with all online professionals.
The reason why I joined FAPSCO is that I don't want to miss the opportunity to join the first cooperative that is created specifically for online freelancers.
I joined FAPSCO because I can see that it will help me improve and develop my skills and my personality.
I joined FAPSCO because I am very inspired with their achievements and advocacy in promoting and helping Filipino freelancers.
Being a member of FAPSCO
surely brings a lot of wonderful memories on how I started out with my career.
I joined FOPSCO because I want to be a part of this online professional community where I can gain more knowledge, skills, and support from the group.
I joined FOPSCO because harmonious FOPSCO family relationship and understanding between business associates that bring me a peace of mind.
Why choose FOPSCO? They offer opportunities and trainings for freelancers.
First national-based cooperative for online professionals, which is FOPSCO, a community of expert freelancers in the Philippines, which gave me the opportunity to further hone my skills in social media.
I joined FOPSCO because I believe in the mission, vision, goals, and objectives of the organization to further enhance and develop the industry of online professions and virtual work in the Philippines.
I joined FOPSCO because I saw the potential growth is not just reaching one's goals and being successful, but there is camaraderie.
So I'm here with FOPSCO, and it is my way of paying it forward to the guidance that I also received when I was a startup.
Joining FOPSCO, I finally found my home, a family, a community of like-minded individuals who share the same passion, vision, and pains.
I joined FOPSCO because I want to empower my fellow freelancers to be the best that they can be.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Happy Wednesday evening. Welcome to FOPSTalk, friends and online professionals. This show is for you. FOPSTalk is brought to you by FOPSCO, the national-based cooperative for and by online professionals. And please like our page, facebook.com/fopsco.ph, and you may also find us on Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn, or visit our website, fopsco.ph. Ayan. So before tayo mag-proceed, let me thank our partners, FOPSCO Media. CJ, thank you so much for your unending na tulong sa amin dito sa FOPSTalk. And FOPSCO SMM team and membership committee. And FOPSCO members, Filipino Online Professionals Industry. Ayan. So tonight I'm with Rosh and Bern. Kumusta kayong dalawa?
Maulang gabi at malamig na malamig.
Oh,
dito kulang sa South.
Waiting lang tayo for brown out.
Ay, nako. Kaya nga tayo naka-recording ngayon kasi si CJ nag-brown out, diba? So, sana wala namang lumipad ng mga bubong.
Yes. Ayan. So, kumusta ka, Bern? Parang tagal-tagal nating hindi nagkausap, Bern. Ano?
Yes po. Fast pace ako ng mga shifting ngayon, and I'm thankful na nasa morning shift na ako. Yun.
Morning shift? So may full-time work ka ngayon?
Yes po, from US-based brand management in a arts and design company sa Denver. So, yun. Grabe yung pinagdaanan ko din na shifting, and right now, thankful na fix na yung schedule. In the morning.
Schedule.
Congrats!
Ikaw, Rosh, pinagkakaabalahan mo ngayon?
Client, as usual.
At saka FOPSCO.
FOPSCO, tsaka training, management.
Yan. Okay, doc. So, Ayan, so thank you so much, my co-host. And let's introduce our guest. So our guest for tonight, Armando Santa Cruz the third was a former senior high school teacher in University of Nueva Cáceres in Naga City, Camarines Sur for 5 years. He is an advocate of quality education for a higher quality of life. He has spearheaded events that developed and showcased the skills of the students, particularly in web and game development, which caught the attention of the university's College of Computer Studies and the university's president. So Armando is my colleague sa kung saan ako nagwo-work ngayon, and he's one of the best tech support. Ako na talaga mismo magsasabi, he's one of the best. Marami na siyang nare-receive na praise as a senior technical support engineer, and as nagsusupport kami ng mga plugins for several clients. Ayan, kumusta ka, Arman? What would you like us to call you tonight, Arman or 30?
Hi everyone, good evening. First and foremost, thank you for the invitation, and you may call me Armando, Arman, Army 30. Kahit ano, okay lang.
Gusto ko yung third.
30 yung ano namin sa kanya. So yan, go guys. Kumusta ka? Tell us a little bit about your journey as an online professional.
Actually, it was really unplanned. Kasi if I may share, yung boss kasi natin, since Jehan has mentioned a while ago na magka-work kami ngayon dun sa online work namin. Yung boss kasi namin, siya kasi yung nag-reach out sa akin last year, September of last year. However, hindi ko pinansin. Actually naghahanap siya ng mga kakilala ko. He was actually asking if meron daw akong kakilala na pwede kong ma-refer sa company niya. Kaso di ko naman masyadong pinansin. I really did not give that much of importance. Pero fast forward to January earlier this year, nagka-COVID ako. And then ako kasi personally, if I feel like I'm not doing anything or if I'm resting too much, I feel like I'm not being productive. Nagigilty ako. So kahit may sakit ako, I felt like I needed to do something. So binalikan ko siya and I asked if I can try and apply for the position that he was offering. So I went through the application and yun, nakapasok ako. And I really did not expect na makapasok ako, or I really did not plan to be one of the people who work online. Pero so far so good, and I've been enjoying it since I've started last Feb.
Ang swerte. Nakakatuwa. Kasi not many people knows how to apply online. Ikaw, parang ikaw ang ni-reach out. O, diba? Tapos on your first try, alam mo ba kung ilang proposal lang sinisend ng mga graduates ng DJT para makaland ng isang client? So, napakaswerte. Diba? Nakakatuwa.
Maybe I also believe kasi na if something is for you, it's for you. And I think maybe it's meant to be, because a lot of people might think na nagkasakit ako, it's bad, nakakasad. But for me, it was actually a blessing in disguise. Kahit medyo nahirapan ako during that week na nagkasakit ako, it was very fruitful and I feel really blessed. Kasi yun nga po, as you said, na parang hindi lahat nabibigyan ng ganitong opportunity na at first try makakuha agad. And I'm really blessed kasi sila pa yung nag-reach out sa akin, not me, or the other way around. Yun.
Yeah. Jet, tahimik ka.
Nakikinig ako kasi napaka-ano. Tsaka yung sila yung mga kasama rin namin nagtatanong kung nag-start na raw ba yung FB Live kasi talagang I encouraged our batchmates to watch. So unfortunately, tayo ngayon recorded. So ayan. Pero Arman, tell us yung transition from, kasi senior high school teacher ka for 5 years, right? Dito talaga ako curious, how did you transition, or parang paano yung naging transition sa mindset, sa work, parang sa yung how you work as compared to yung nung teacher ka pa lang. Paano mo, tsaka yung time management, ano yung mga pinaka-challenges mo? Dami kong tanong, pero kwento ka, Arman.
Okay. So doon naman about sa sa pagiging teacher ko, parang yung backstory naman nun is 1 month after graduation, I'm actually an IT graduate. Pero yung family ko, yung mother ko and yung auntie ko, they're both education graduates and pareha sila naging teacher. Yung biological mother ko, she became a college prof where she met my dad. And then yung auntie ko naman, she had been a high school teacher for the last 3 decades siguro. Dito sa one of the oldest public high schools here in Kamsur. And then, yun, nag-apply lang ako kasi actually yung in-applyan ko, it was the very first university that opened here in the South. Kalaban siya ng school kung saan ako nag-graduate ng college. Pero dun ako nag-apply just to try. Pero yun, within the week, I got, parang they contacted me and then they asked me to go there. Parang inabot ako ng 3 to 4 interviews bago ako nakapasok. Pero ayun, natanggap naman. And then, nakakabigla kasi yun, hindi naman ako education major. But for me, there's something about educating people or parang sharing knowledge with other people kasi madaldal rin ako and marami rin akong kwento. And for me, it's actually very fulfilling, I realize, yung pagturo. Kasi I don't get to educate students with the subjects that I'm handling or I was handling. Parang I also get to share with them my life experiences that they can learn from as well. And parang makikita mo kasi na parang you're helping them in their lives. Parang you're helping them. You're guiding them. Ganun. And right now, parang yung first batch na na-handle ko nung first year ng pag-work ko, ngayon graduating na sila or may mga nag-graduate na sa college. So, it's really surreal for me kasi parang dati kasama ko lang sila sa classroom. They were senior high school students but now they're already college graduates yung iba. They've already landed their first corporate jobs or their first ever jobs and nakaka-proud siya kasi you would think na parang I was a part of this person's life and it's really special, most especially when I receive messages of gratitude from my former students telling me that they've learned a lot from my subject na parang there were also students na parang hindi naman nila gustong mag-IT before pero after parang enrolling under my courses, parang gusto na rin nila maging IT professionals, maging web developers, maging game developers. So parang that's how I realize how impactful being an educator is. Pero going back to your question, sorry, medyo na parang napalayo. Yung experience ko working as an educator, it was very difficult. It was very different from what I've imagined. Kasi yun na nga, I wasn't parang trained to be an educator kasi I was trained to develop systems, web applications, mobile applications, ganun, related sa IT. Pero yun, naging teacher nga. So, for me, mahirap kasi kailangan kong pumasok ng classroom. A lot of people think na parang yung teaching nasa loob lang siya ng classroom. Pero in reality, we devote our entire time. So talaga wala na kaming ibang hindi na kami pwede maglaan ng oras para sa ibang bagay because we have to prepare the materials, we have to create our presentations, parang we have to prepare our outline, yung lesson plans namin daily. Pagpasok sa classroom, magtuturo ka. And then, magkukonduct ka ng activities, ng tests. Then after that, mag-check ka ng quizzes. Magkukonsolidate ka ng submissions, deliverables, mag-grade ka. So, it takes up a lot of time. And then, to be honest, parang yung being an educator kasi talagang it needs to be, parang being an educator, you really need to have the heart for it kasi you don't get paid that much working as an educator. So parang what motivates you is yung parang fulfillment na you get to help these kids, parang help them grow up and learn. Tapos, ayun, parang for me, talagang time-consuming masyado yung work. Kasi you have to parang get ready in the morning, go to work, go to your classes, and then yung mga break time naman, usually prepare na rin for the next class. So parang ganun siya. Tapos, nung nag-online work ako, na-realize ko that I can do a lot more. Kasi parang with the online work, mas output-based. Which I really appreciate kasi parang ang pinaka-main comparison ko lang is before when I was working parang face-to-face, parang kapag natapos mo na yung isang task, pero may oras ka pa, okay, ito, gawin mo pa to. Parang ito, will give you additional tasks para magamit mo yung buong oras mo. Pero dito sa online work, parang ito yung binigay sa yung task. This is your time, ikaw nang bahala mag-manage as long as we're able to parang fulfill all the provided responsibilities sa'yo. So, yun, to answer your question.
Oo, 'di ba? Mas
Nice.
mas chill. Pero mas feeling ko makaka-relate si Arman sa experience natin sa DJT.
Yun na
Parang
nga eh. Inipigilan ko nga mag-comment eh.
Ako din, nagpipigil.
Diba? Show niya to eh. Pero nakakatuwa kasi nag-i-enjoy ka sa pagtuturo. And I know naman na talagang medyo hindi ganun ka well compensated ang mga guro natin, 'di ba? So, pero ibibigay ko muna kay Bern, baka siya may tanong.
I see how thank you. I see how Arman really passionate pagdating sa work. And I would like to ask, from 5 years na in a teaching industry, sa online industry, ano yung paano ka nakapag-adjust doon from, teaching to kasi parang somehow makaka-relate din ako kay bago ako din. I would like to know, and anyone else, na yung pag-jump in mo sa online professional.
Actually, yung pandemic, it actually played an important role kasi, excuse me. After yung face-to-face classes, we transitioned yung online classes. So that was the first time na naka-experience ako ng parang online work where I had to meet my classes online, yung mga outputs namin lahat digital, submit namin via email, upload via Google Drive. So parang doon, I was able to parang be immersed or be given an idea of how it's like to work online. Kasi di naman nila ako makikita physically. They just need parang may outputs or deliverables. So parang yun yung naging transition ko. Then after that, when I decided to leave teaching temporarily, parang yun, doon ako nag-transition sa online work.
Parang nakikita ko na prepare ka ng transition ng COVID into online professional, di ba? So, ano yung parang nagiging motivation mo ngayon being an online professional in doing your job right now? What makes you excited in doing online?
Well, ano ba? I'm a very
Magsasahod.
goal-driven. Actually, yun.
Magsasahod.
Actually, kasama na yun. I'm actually a very goal-driven person. So, you can call me a workaholic, I guess. I love working. Kasi, yun na nga, as I've mentioned earlier, parang kapag wala akong ginagawa, I feel like parang wala akong naiambag sa society, sa mundo natin. So, parang I always need to be doing something. Most of the time, productive. So, parang what motivates me? First of all, the opportunity given to me by our boss, yung boss namin ni Jen. Parang, these people kasi, parang sila yung nag-take ng chance sa atin, our current employers, sa online work natin. Parang they took a chance and then they gave us the opportunity. So parang ayokong sayangin yun. And for me, I'm very grateful sa boss namin because parang of all the people, he gave me an opportunity to work for his company. And so far, parang napakaganda ng experience. Parang nakakahiya na parang not to do your job properly kasi we are parang well compensated or we are given the trainings that we need. Tapos we are given the support that we need. If I may parang inject lang kasi earlier this year I had surgery. So kinausap ko yung boss namin. And I was really shocked kasi parang napaka-considerate niya masyado na parang kakapasok ko lang nun sa company around 2 or 3 months in. Pero I can felt the compassion, the sincerity, the consideration na parang, okay, you'll be getting surgery. Do you need any assistance financially or do you need to get rest for you to be able to fully recover? So parang yun, na-appreciate yun because I really don't feel that valued with my previous parang work. So dito naman,
Iba
parang yun yung nagmo-motivate sa akin na parang I already have this kind of boss and I'm really blessed and really grateful and ayokong sayangin yung opportunity na binigay sa akin. So isa yun sa mga motivation na ginagawa ko to do my work really well online. Yun.
Yeah. Iba yung maka-feel ka talaga ng value, 'di ba, sa pinagtatrabahuan mo. I hear you about talking about productivity, time management. Any tips that you would like to share sa mga viewers natin who would like, 'di ba, may physical somehow challenges along the way, but paano mo siya na-manage yung time mo in doing productive online works?
Okay. So kung ano yung binigay, like for us, meron tayong mga shift. So within that shift, you need to make sure na magawa natin yung lahat na kailangan natin gawin within that time period. Wag natin sayangan. Kasi we always have to think na parang the time that we are spending at work is the time that's part of our lives. Parang buhay natin yan eh. Diba? Like parang the hours that we spend working or the hours that we do, whatever we do, parang ang kapalit nun is parang a piece of our lives. So, for me naman, since I like working, parang pagkakitaan ko na yung sarili ko. And yun, when it comes to time management, for me, very particular ako sa time because marami akong ginagawa within the day. So, within 24 hours, siguro I get around 6 to 7 hours of sleep. That's it. Tapos, siguro mga 1 hour or 2 hours for personal stuff like parang eating, taking a bath, yun, mga ganun. Pero most of the day, I'm really working.
Pero Arman, dyan tayo dyan sa part na marami akong ginagawa within the day. Kasi alam ko, you're also a full stack developer, May mga clients ka na sa development side ng work mo. I know you do it outside of your regular work hours. So,
yes.
How is that kasi grabe, ang dami mong ginagawa. Busy tayo sa 8-hour shift natin for our client. Tapos, umaano ka pa ng full stack development. How is that? How is that experience?
Nakakapagod. There are days na parang gusto kong sumuka and sometimes mapapaisip ako kung para saan ba tong ginagawa ko. Actually, there was actually one person who asked me na parang, ano ba yung gusto mong patunayan? Bakit ang dami mong ginagawa? Why are you trying to do all of these jobs?
Parang ilang anak ba yung pinapakain mo, gano'n?
Oo nga eh. Wala nga eh.
Yan na nga tatanong ko kung single ka eh.
Oo nga eh. Parang
very single,
madami ba itong
no children. Parang
ayan, Jehan, single daw. May dadagdag tayo kay Mark.
Ay, nako talaga. So,
para mahati yung attention, dami niya ng fans club. Oo.
So, actually, may pinapaaral ako ngayon, yung pamangkin ko po. Senior high school na rin siya, kaka-grade 11 na lang this year.
Sarap, no? Pagka yung napapagod ka, tapos nakikita mo that you're able to help the people that you love, you're able to do the things that you love, diba? Kasi you have the flexibility of time to do so. So, third, gusto kong maintindihan kung when you transition from becoming an educator to an online professional, nabanggit kayo ni Jehan, that you're also doing full stack development. Paano mo siya sinashuffle yung time? Like, 8 hours ka, tapos meron kang time on the side. How are you transitioning in between that? Hindi ba medyo natutorta yung utak mo kasi magkaiba ng job description?
Ano naman po kasi yung ginagawa kasi namin sa work ngayon, it's still related to parang, for me, I think it's an advantage to be knowledgeable of parang full stack development or web development kasi yung mga ginagawa doon dito, we're applying it in a sense that we have to troubleshoot the websites of the customers kapag nakaka-encounter sila ng issues, and mas madaling mahahanap yung issue if you know how to parang develop websites and web apps. So I think that's an advantage naman. And doon naman po sa time, yung shift ko doon sa online work, parang ay talagang nakafocus lang po talaga siya for being a technical support engineer. Then after that, I get to rest naman po in between. Kapag when I feel like parang, wait, I need to take a break. Kasi hindi naman po pwedeng dada-diretso. That's really impossible. Kasi I think there's actually a study about that na parang it's impossible for us to work mga 16 hours or 18 hours in a day. Kasi I think naging issue po yan before. One of our presidential candidates before, parang na-issue yan sa kanya kasi she works 18 hours, 16 or 18 hours a day.
18,
18 hours a day. So parang ako naman, I take offense when people say na hindi yun totoo kasi I am one of those people and I'm like her who work 18 hours a day. There was a time na I worked.
Pag-usapan natin sa GC yan, ano? Oo, yung 18 hours na work.
So, parang you really can't do 18 hours of work na dire-diretso kasi it will really burn you out. And talagang totoo naman yan habang tumatagal, mas bumababa yung productivity level. So, parang ako, natutunan ko rin na not to push myself too much and to learn how to take a break even in between. Kasi when I take a break, I get to be more productive sa mga susunod na oras. So,
yes.
yun.
Oo, totoo yan. At saka sa trabaho natin, mas productive tayo kasi nasa bahay lang, so walang travel time. Hindi ka nga, actually yung pagkain mo, pag meron ng niluto, kakain ka na lang, 'di ba? Or order ka na lang.
Yes.
So, parang tinuturuan tayo. Hindi ko nga alam kung tinuruan ako maging tamad. Kasi hindi nakakaluto. Busy ka sa work. Ang inisip lang namin, mas sayang yung kikitain mo pag nagtrabaho ka kaysa nagluto ka eh. Yung gano'n na, 'di ba? Pero you really have to balance pa rin talaga. And I honor people who really value their work at nag-i-enjoy sa mga ginagawa nila, 'di ba? Like what you're doing. So, I'm happy that you're enjoying your work and still learning from it. So, baka may tanong ka, singit na kami ng singit ni Burns.
Hindi, go lang. Kasi madalas ko namang nakakausap si Arman. Kayo na.
Ako, may tanong ako.
Sige, go.
Kasi wala akong idea sa full stack development. So, I mean, nasa marketing side, branding side ako. So, ano yung, parang exciting part pag nag-work sa full stack development? Ano yung mga winning stories mo?
Winning stories. Okay. Siguro yung share ko na lang when I was in fourth year college. Usually po kasi 'di ba before you are awarded your bachelor's degree, parang you have to complete yung seniors project mo. And for us, we had to develop a system. And kami ng grupo ko, we developed a web application. Tapos ang ginagawa niya is to it will look for your current location. It will pinpoint your current location and it will present to you the nearby locations where you can relax. Parang yung mga recreational location. So it was called the Fun Traveler. Kasi parang mahilig kasi kami mag-travel eh. And parang if there are a lot ang daming thoughts na pumapasok sa isip ko. So parang
papasok sa exciting part.
So parang yung application na yun, parang it allows you to discover undiscovered locations. Kasi in the Philippines, we have a lot of places to travel to, pero marami pa tayong undiscovered. Parang yung mga alam lang natin is yung mga pinopromote to marketing, which is yung ginagawa mo. So, yun, ang maganda dun kasi parang say for example ako, I am an owner of a resort. Parang pwede ako mag-sign up dun, tapos I can list my business as a location there. Tapos if ever may traveler na mag-log in, tapos nahanap yung location niya, ipapresent na yung resort ko. Makikita niya kasi malapit lang sa kanya. It's within parang yung na-set na parameter ng radius ng location. And that, yung pinakamagandang achievement naman nun was sinabit kasi yun ng advisor namin sa sa National Student Research Convention. And isa kami sa mga research na nakuha, and then we were invited to present it in Boracay. Tapos yung panel of judges doon, parang ang recommendation nila was to present the web application to local government units kasi it would actually help boost the tourism of locations, most especially if a location has a lot to offer pero hindi lang ma-market ng maayos yung mga location. So parang yun, and that also made me parang a published author kasi parang may sila, may pinublish silang book, tapos lahat ng research namin, yung lahat ng researches na sinubmit doon, nakalagay siya doon. So may issue book number. So yun, and actually sa sa full stack development, it's actually fulfilling rin kasi when you develop a website or a web application or a system for clients, you are able to help them as well sa business nila. Napapadali mo yung trabaho nila. Kasi if you're going to compare parang yung manual labor na ginagawa ngayon, tapos you'll be replacing it with something more computerized or ano ba, something digital, mas madali sa end ng mga nangangailangan ng system. So for me, yan yung exciting. Talagang more on helping other people. Mapadali yung buhay ng iba. Parang ganun.
Gosh.
Yes.
Helping other people daw eh. So, paano ba to? I-recruit na ba natin
Recruit
sa...
na natin. Ang cute.
Damang-dama ko yung damang-dama ko yung excitement ni Arman for the job that he's doing. And damang-dama ko yung totoong, alam mo yung talagang genuine na need to really help others. Recruit na natin.
Recruit na natin, yes. Pag mga ganyan, di ba, kailangan ng tao ng maraming ganyan sa online industry. Kasi, third, sa online industry, alam mo naman, di ba, hindi naman talaga lahat alam paano gagawa, paano hanap ng client, even paano mag-close ng sale, paano mag-negotiate. And with people like you who are really passionate at what you do and knows what you're doing, di ba, kailangan natin ng mga maraming katulad mo. So hopefully, di ba, we can, alam mo yun, we can be together in training. Sali ka?
Yes. Marami kang matutunan ng mga locals. I could see it from your passion heart.
Parang feeling ko kami rin marami matututunan sa kanya.
Feeling ko din. Pero Arman, may mga local, ka ba? May mga local clients ka or may mga natulungan ka na locally na mga businesses?
I think yes, for me. Pero yun, actually, I'm trying to return to it nga. Kasi noong 2019, I tried to parang start my own company rin. Kaso hindi ko talaga kayang pagsabay-sabayin lahat eh. I parang binansagan ko yung sarili ko before as a one-man army. Kasi parang yung nickname ko army rin kasi, di ba? So parang I felt like I could do everything. Pero I realized na parang for me to be able to parang succeed in my plans, I also need to learn how to delegate. Kasi parang I need to parang understand na hindi lang naman ako yung marunong gumawa nito. And for me to be able to do or to focus on things that matter, parang I need to let go of some responsibilities and give it to other people. Parang gano'n.
Tahimik? May dumaang angel?
Naisip ako na ako kasi madami kasi mga questions on my mind and yung mga parang things that matter to you regards to parang na-curious ako doon. So, yun, as a professional, parang gano'n.
Tapos patuloy ako. Ano ba? Hirap magbigay ng example. Let's say, for example, if I'm going to be starting an IT company, instead of maybe focusing on developing, siguro I would focus on parang recruiting people as well para they can focus on developing a particular system. And ako naman, I can focus on parang nurturing ideas that I think would be good as subjects for web systems. Parang yung mga ideas na meron ako, I won't let them die as ideas lang. Parang magagawa ko siya with the help of other people as well. And parang yan yung gusto kong gawin na example na parang instead of me, kasi if I will be spending all of my time developing something, yung mga other ideas ko, hindi ko na siya magagawa. Kasi I'm too busy focusing on parang developing. Pero if I learn, parang if I ask other people who are capable of parang developing software rin, so they can help me with my other ideas and ako naman focus on parang building other ideas as well that would help other people. And currently, parang meron naman ako mga current ideas and projects that are in the works, that are currently in the works. Hopefully, makatulong dito sa sa city namin. So,
nice. Do you have a network of developers who have the same skill as you are? And then if you do, what are you doing to maximize that network?
I think I do, pero currently, the people that I know are currently employed in companies rin as well. Pero right now, may po kasi kami, parang unreleased pa siya, pero I have a group of friends, parang tatlo lang kami. And we are planning to parang launch a startup company here. And I think yung project na dina-develop namin is somehow significant kasi it will help service providers and parang clients to have parang a meeting ground na parang kasi I think ngayon sa city namin, I'm not sure if it's applicable with other locations, marami na po kasing nagsusulputan ng mga businesses parang nagpo-provide ng services. Pero so parang gusto namin siyang ma-consolidate so that we can offer these services. Pipili na lang yung mga clients. So we're trying to develop a platform for it. So yun po yung
Nice.
ginagawa namin ngayon.
Sige, kaya pa ba? Are you saying no to the clients that are reaching out to you? O yes ka pa ng yes?
As long as I feel like kaya ko pa po, I would still say yes. Pero kapag hindi na talagang I say no. Kasi before, I was, parang I'm a people pleaser. I think hanggang ngayon, pero nabawasan na siya eh. Kasi parang I know how to say no now. Kapag alam kong hindi ko na talaga kaya, tinatanggihan ko na siya. Pero if alam ko na kaya ko naman, gagawin ko. Or I would look for people within my network who can do the same. Kasi I think I've experienced this before earlier this year. Someone wanted to parang hire me for my services. Pero since I had my surgery nga, so parang I referred one of my friends who I know can do it well rin. So parang I think doon naman I felt really good. Which parang nabuhayan yung interest ko when it comes to recruiting people. So parang yun yung gusto kong sunod na ma-experience. Parang recruiting people because I love talking to people. Parang and helping them find suitable jobs sa skills.
Usap tayo after this, ha?
Ayan
mo
na
ako, ha?
And as a friend.
May project ako eh.
Ginagawa nating networking opportunity itong Popsco.
Parang Sige, pabalik tayo doon sa show. Focus tayo. Okay, do you have a guidelines for saying no or yes to a certain project? Kasi ako personally over the years, alam ko na when to say no and when to say yes. Pero sometimes it's really hard to say no to a project, especially if you like it. Pero ikaw ba, do you have a certain guidelines that you follow?
If there are yung parang projects ng clients that I feel like time consuming siya and hindi ko siya kayang solohin, hindi ko na siya tinitake. Kasi sometimes po kapag hindi ko naman kaya, tas alam kong there are people available in my network who can take on the job, parang I take it on behalf of them or I refer the clients to the people I know. Parang ito na lang yung i-contact mo, itong mga kakilala ko because they can also do it for you. Pero if yung mga kakilala ko naman, lahat sila busy or lahat sila may ginagawa, hindi nila kayang gawin, tapos ako di ko rin kayang gawin, then I would really say no. Pero kapag kaya, ako mismo yung nagsa-step forward and ako mismo yung parang nagsasabi sa client na this can be done. So, yun. Ako po kasi, pag may binibigay sa akin na task, as much as possible, ginagawa ko talaga siya kaagad and tinatapos so that I can work on other things pa. So parang instead of parang using all the time that is given to me, as much as possible, if I can finish it at an earlier time, I think it's better for me.
Natatawa ako kasi ganyan-ganyan ako kanina. Hindi ko tinigilan eh. So nakikita ko yung attitude. Ang ganda ng work ethics mo kasi, which is very good. Na sana ma-adapt ng lahat ng mga online professionals, di ba? Yung iba kasi nagta-time waster lang. Parang, sige lang, relax lang ako kasi pwede pa naman yan mamaya. Especially kung full-time naman sila, di ba? They get paid 8 hours.
Ganyan na kami.
Ay, sorry. Natamaan ka ba?
Sa mga social media ko na clients, alam mo yung nandun talaga yung tendency na kasi hindi ka inoorasan, flexible yung time mo, pwede mo lang i-procrastinate na lang at gawin later. Pero yun nga yung talagang gusto ko kay Arman. Nakikita ko, kaya nga siya ipagyayabang kita, Arman, ha. Talagang very, siya, nakakatanggap talaga siya lagi ng praise from the higher ups kasi talagang nakikita rin talaga yung work ethics. So, mahirap yan. So, ikaw, Arman, do you have these, may mga instances ba na you tend to procrastinate with your work? And how do you, how do you get over that feeling na gusto ko, ayoko munang mag-work ngayon or parang ipagpapaliban ko muna kasi may oras pa. Paano mo inaharap yung ganong situations?
Well, yun, as a human being, yun, napapagod rin ako. So as much as possible, iniiwasan ko talagang ma-burn out ako. Kasi I recently experienced that siguro nung June or July. Isang beses lang naman. Pero as much as possible, talagang hindi ako mag-absent sa work. Kasi parang ayoko kasi sayang naman. Pero yun, kapag, ano ba, how do I do it? The question is, kung nagpo-procrastinate ba ako? I think I have in the past, pero as much as possible, parang ayoko na mag-procrastinate. Kasi parang ngayon kasi for me, the discipline starts with myself. Even if walang nakatingin sa akin, it's also a form of integrity. Kasi parang kapag dinaya ko yung pinagtatrabahuhan ko, I'm also parang cheating on myself. So, parang kahit ngayon, kahit hindi naman minomonitor yung oras ko, I actually still use Clockify yung for our tickets. For our tickets. So, I still use that for every ticket na hinahandle ko. And, yun, for me talaga, kailangan ko lang maging disiplinado kasi I have goals in life and I know that I'll be able to reach or achieve those goals if I do well sa work. And I also don't want to waste my time, my youth, habang ngayon kaya ko pa magtrabaho. Kasi I'm actually learning from the people who parang, ano ba, who were here in my position, parang before me. Parang nakikita ko kasi na parang, ano ba, I'm learning from their experiences na parang ngayon matanda na sila, tapos parang nahihirapan na sila mag-work, gusto na nila mag-retire, but still, they can't afford to do it because they did not look ahead, they did not prepare. So parang ako naman as early as now, I'm doing a lot of things kasi I'm trying to save up to earn, build generational wealth, pero wala naman mga anak. so, so parang ganun lang kasi parang the things that I'm doing right now, I know I'll be looking back and thanking myself na ginawa ko to in the past. Kaya I'm living a good life now. Parang ganun.
Nice, very nice, 'di ba? Ang ganda ng may
Naisip
plano.
ko,
Oo.
sana I had that kind of maturity at your age. Kasi, di ba, I'm like a decade older, pero ngayon ko lang din naumpisahang gawin yung mga ginagawa mo na ngayon. Siguro pag inumpisahan ko yan when I was in my 20s, haya-haya ko today.
Di bale, may mga time naman tayong lahat, Je. So, actually, dyan yung isa kong gusto kong itanong sa kanya. Last question ko siguro, baka may tanong pa kayong dalawa, is that, nawala ako doon sa line of thoughts ko. Yun, do you multitask? Kasi karamihan sa mga tao na seryoso masyado, yung masyadong workaholic, they tend to do a lot of things at the same time. I tend to do that when I was younger kasi feeling ko I can do it. But when I reached 40s, naramdaman ko na nahihirapan na ako mag-focus pagka marami akong, parang ako nag-juggle. How about you? At your age right now, do you multitask? And do you find it still productive? And then if not, how do you do it?
For me, dati I believe in the idea of multitasking, pero siguro in my 20s, I've learned na parang multitasking is a hoax. Parang it's not real. Kasi when you work on multiple tasks, it's impossible na kaya mo siyang pagsabayin. Na parang, say for example, there are 2 documents that you have to work on. Like, how can you work on them both at the same time? Paputol-putol. And it would actually take you a longer time to complete both of these documents as compared if you'll focus on one document and finish it. Kapag natapos mo na yun, you can focus on the other document. And kapag natapos mo na siya, you're already done. So parang if you're going to compare 2 people na parang yung isa nagmo-multitask, yung isa hindi, I feel like yung isa na hindi nagmo-multitask would be able to finish the task at a faster time. Kasi mas focused ka eh. Kasi when you work on multiple tasks, may hirapan ka kasi di mo alam like, wait, ano yung ginagawa ko dito? Or you're also prone to errors as well. Kasi nagbabago-bago yung focus mo. Na parang for this document, ganito yung ginagawa ko. Tapos for this document, ay iba pala to. So, pag nagka-error ka pa, kailangan mo pang improve it, kailangan mong balikan, kailangan mong ulitin. So, it would be more time consuming. So, for me, I believe in the parang idea na work at tasks, parang one at a time. Kasi for me, it's more effective that way.
Thank you. May tanong pa kayo, Je? Burns, bago tayo mag-Fops Talk?
Wala na sa akin po.
Wala na
I just really appreciate yung mga work ethics
ang
niya.
sarap din talagang sa pakinggan ni Arman just one last question, if you don't mind me asking, you don't have to answer this question kung ayaw mo, pero do you mind if I ask, ilang taong ka na ba talaga 30? Kasi parang mature mo na eh.
Ano pa lang po, 25.
Oh!
Do I look older po ba?
Wow! No, you sound
you're
older.
20, late 20s, you sound older. Yun nga, you sound older.
You sound older.
25.
Your mama must be very proud of you.
Yeah.
Kaedad ni PJ!
Oh my God!
Ah!
Ilang taong ka nung nag-start ka mag-teach? 2019?
20 po. Tapos there was a time na yung mga students ko mas matanda pa sa akin.
Yeah, you'll really go places. Tuloy mo lang yan. Keep it up. Ay! Paano ba? Popsock na tayo. Gusto ko pang magtuloy. Yan, na-inspire ako, natuwa. Diba? Sobrang bata-bata mo pa, pero meron kang wisdom ng 50-year-old. So, keep growing. Meron ka pang itatanda.
Thank you po.
Sige, ngayon magtatanong naman ako syempre, paano sumasaya? Paano nagtatanggal, nagdi-distress? Ayan, si third, wine or beer?
Wine.
Oh, nice. Morning or night person?
Night person.
Yeah, mukha naman. And then, what is the number one tool you can't live without? Excited ako sa sagot mo dito kasi kakaiba yung expertise mo.
Ano? I think my phone.
Your phone? Online tool?
Online tool? Siguro ano po, Evernote.
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 Evernote? Yeah. Gamit ng client ko yan. Sige. Thank you so much. Bago yon, Evernote. Thank you. Your turn. Next, Jess. Sino sunod?
Sige, ako na. So ito, 30. What's your regular home office attire? Nagdadamit ka ba when you're working at home?
Sometimes, sometimes, of course, when I'm alone in my room, parang lang, topless. Pero kapag may meetings like this, dress up a little.
Okay. And what would your pets say about you if we ask for a reference?
What would they?
Your pet. Di ba may pet doggy ka?
Yeah, and the cat.
So what would they say about you if we ask them about for a reference?
Maybe I spend too much time on the screen. Parang looking at the screen. I don't have that much time anymore kasi after my shift, saka lang ako makakapag-interact with them.
Okay, and my last question for you. If your life is a book, what's the title?
Wow. Ano kaya? Mahirap. My life. Dami ko na rin po kasi napagdaan na problema. So parang kahit mga multo, hindi na ako natatakot sa mga napagdaanan ko sa buhay. So siguro fearless na lang.
Wow. I would like to ask, who keeps you motivated or sino yung mga inspirasyon mo sa buhay?
Hirap naman. I think my family. For now. Wala pang significant other.
Next question. What's the best thing happened for you as an online professional?
Being introduced to a kind of work setup na ganito. Where parang even if nasa loob ako ng kuweba, as long as stable yung internet connection, I would still earn money.
So, what advice you could give sa mga aspiring online professionals na nanonood at manonood ng video na to?
Siguro don't give up kasi as mentioned by Miss Rochelle po ba?
Yeah, call me Rosh.
Rosh. So, as mentioned by Miss Rosh kanina, parang hindi lahat nabibigyan ng opportunity to work online kasi yung iba kulang sa knowledge. So, if you plan on starting sa pag-work online, don't give up and you really need to parang study, aralin mo. Kasi marami naman po ngayon guides, di ba? Like sa YouTube, a lot of people can watch videos online sa YouTube, instructional videos on how to start working online. And sa mga nagbabalak mag-work online, huwag kayong panghinaan ng loob if you get rejected. Because for me, I think rejection is actually, it makes you stronger and it makes you more motivated. Kasi parang for every no of someone is a yes to someone better. And it gave me better opportunities because of the past rejections that I have experienced. And you are redirected to where you are meant to be. And on an ending note, parang ang gusto ko lang pong sabihin, whatever you are experiencing right now in your life, you are actually meant where you are right now. And whatever you're experiencing right now is actually what will help you move on to where you are meant to be in the future.
Wow, thank you so much for very
Lalim.
inspiring, Lalim. Parang sabi niya kanina ba nakapag-publish siya ng book, parang may another book ka pang ipapublish. Sa wisdom and sa thoughts and discipline.
Ladies,
Yes.
eto na, pumila na kayo. Meron na kami idadagdag kay Marky. Yung
on.
manonood ng recording, please follow nyo si 30.
Comment. Please comment your resume.
Comment your resume below.
Kayo kay 30.
Yeah, si Jehan ang i-reach out nyo. Siya
Yes.
mag-interview. Siya magbenta.
Ayan. So, parting message na tayo. Ikaw ba, Rosh? What can you say about our episode tonight?
Very, paano ko ba i-explain? Para ako nakakita ng ideal man ng mga kababaihan. Sa napakabatang edad, napaka-mature niyang, yung pananaw niya sa buhay, napaka-mature, yung work ethics niya, yung values na meron siya. And I'm sure napaka-proud ng parents niya sa kanya. And I think this is what parents are looking for sa mga anak nila. Ikaw yung ideal na batang pinalaki ka ng tama. So, sana dumami pa ang lahi mo, mag-anak ka. No, kidding aside. So, sana continue to grow and bring people with you. Marami kang ma-inspire, marami kang matuturo ang tao. So, I hope that you would continue to be in the education industry. So, samahan mo kami sa FAPSCO. Nag-recruit pala. Go ahead, your turn.
Okay, so ako naman, I'm so inspired and I'm happy na naisipan kong invite si 30 ngayon kasi ang apka-inspiring niya and he's one of the parang kumbaga kasi in the past dito sa Pops Talk ang lagi nating na-invite na guests are VAs, social media managers, digital marketers, yung mga nasa within our comfort zone.
Yeah.
Diba? Usually nasa comfort zone natin sa when it comes to work. And 30 is one of our is a proof na online work isn't just kanang, di ba nagbibisaya?
Nagbisaya na. Sige, good.
Come on.
Siya, limited to what we know. Pero yung full stack development, technical support, engineers, it's also part of the online industry. So, marami napaka-wide ng online industry. So, it's all just about looking for your niche and looking for what gives you joy, what makes you happy, and then doing your best to really do your part sa kung ano yung napasukan mo na industry that really makes you happy. So, napaka-inspiring. Ayan. And papasa ko na sa iyo, Burns, para ikaw na.
Ayan. Ang sa akin naman po is, thank you so much, Coach Jehan, for inviting Army. And thank you, Army, for joining us with us tonight. Kasi I really appreciate you will be an inspiration to many, especially sa mga kabataan nowadays. And we know that many of the youths are encountering mental health, but here you are, one of an inspiration to many kung gaano kalayo ang mapupuntahan or na isang taong may sariling disiplina. And that would really pays off na nag-enjoy ka sa work mo, nagiging productive ka, and to think, sabi nga ni Coach kanina na it's na hindi siya one of siya na line ng full stack development. It's not common to many, I think, or it's one of highly technical skills that we really, as Filipinos, competitive internationally. And I hope na yun nga magparami ka, I encourage you to publish books, and I hope na maraming ladies mag-a-add ng friends sa kanya ngayon. after our talk and share your Facebook profile. And I hope that you will be joining FAPSCO because we are so many inspiring people like you. I'm sure, like your passion during your college time to really help locals. Mas marami ka pang matutunan. And hindi ko na papatagalin your message for each every one of us and to all the viewers sa buong Pinas.
Message ko. Message ko sa mga tao. Ano ba? You will make it in your own time. Kasi I feel like there are people na kagaya kanina, sabi ni Jehan kanina, na parang she feels like na parang it's too late for her, na she's just starting in her 30s. I feel like it's not. You're still very young at 30s kasi I'm also approaching to 30s rin. So I feel like totoo yung age is just a number. Parang for me, even if maging 30, 35, 40 ako, I feel like I'll always be 18 at heart. Parang kasi that is where my mental state is.
I really like you. Totoo yan.
Kasi parang I feel like totoo, we age biologically, pero parang yung spirit natin, yung diwa natin as a person, parang hindi mo naman yun maiaalis. The youth will always be in our spirit, parang not in our physical form. Na if I feel like I'm young, I'm young. Hindi mo, you can't stop me. So parang parang don't rush kasi everything will really fall into its place. Kasi it's not always parang hindi naman palaging maganda yung nangyayari sa akin. I've also experienced a lot of parang trauma, rejections, parang heartaches. Marami rin ako napagdaanan in the past, and it's not always parang it's not always sunny days. But always expect na there will be rain and storm. Pero after that, there's always a rainbow after the rain.
I'm so happy you're my friend, Army.
Yes.
Yan. Sige, closing na tayo, Brains.
Yes, but thank you so much, Army, for sharing your inspiring and exciting story, especially in web stack development. Thank you so much to my co-host for being with us tonight, Mom Roche and Coach Jehan. Again, thank you so much for watching us, guys, and hope to see you again next Wednesday. Please like our page, facebook.com/fapsco.ph, a national-based cooperative for Filipino online professionals. You may also find us in Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn. If you have some takeaways in tonight's show, please share this episode so others can also learn from you. For FAPSCO members who would like to work together, please join our Zoom co-working every Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 noon. And we have also for night owls, we have 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. Just go to bit.ly/FAPSCO work. Again. And of course, thank you so much for the sponsors. Thankful for the FAPSCO Media, our partner in giving you this wonderful show. And join us again next week for another show with another special guest. For FAPSCO family, let's keep growing together.
Growing together.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye po.